Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we are live. We're going to get started in just a little bit, about 9 minutes to go. Today we're going to talk about using AI for content creation. Victor will show you things like how to make social media content, like graphics, and so much more. So get your AI content creation questions ready. Social media and beyond. Oh, we don't love that sponsored post. Let's get rid of that guy. There we go. Well, I'm here in the background. I'll check in periodically, but I'll always be checking the comments. Don't forget to check us out. This is free while it's live, but you can get it forever. Check it out at artsacademy.com. Big value. You can check out artsacademy.com or school.com/artsacademy/about. That's school with a K. You can see it in the banner at the bottom of the screen.
What's up?
Welcome. How's it going?
Not bad. I'm stuffing my face with food as we speak.
Nice. What kind of food are you eating?
Hold on 1 second while I find out what is playing audio on my computer.
Got it.
That's not. This is. Okay, good. Handles. All right. All done.
Nice. So what are you eating?
I'm eating chicken with broccoli.
Oh, nice.
It certainly can be.
Are you hooked up to your external mic?
I don't know if I have it on yet. I'm eating.
Ah, I see.
Can I finish eating in 6 minutes? That's the question.
I thought you were gonna eat at like 11:45 when we left our meeting. Oh, not with the chewing sounds. I'm muting your mic. Absolutely not. Welcome to the viewers who are here already. Don't be shy. Go in the comments. Who are you? What are your questions? Hey, y'all. So, as a reminder, today we're talking about AI in content creation. Let us know in the comments if you've used AI to do content creation before. If you haven't, what your experience has been, all that good stuff. One more minute and 10 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Hello, everybody. We're here.
Hello.
Can you turn off that music?
I am working on it right now.
Okay, so here we go. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. All right, so today is all about how to use AI for content creation. And really, what I'm going to go through is all the different ways that content creation can be used, or that AI can be used to make content, and all the different ways that I use it, and then my favorite programs. So we're just going to be going down the list. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. And there will be a couple of tools and things that I will share with people who you can get it inside of our school group. Okay, so let's get started, shall we?
Let's do it. I'm excited because, as you know, I already use a lot of AI to create a lot of content, but I feel like I'm definitely going to learn something new today.
Who knows? Maybe. I think I'm going to start off by showing just like a couple of pieces of content and then talk about how AI was used in it. I can probably actually just go through my Instagram, to be honest, and then see like some content that has been on my Instagram. Let's do this really quickly, and then we'll go through my little slide presentation of all the cool things that one can make with AI.
Heck yeah.
Let's get it. All right, here we go.
Get it.
Let's get this screen over here. It says it has sound. Great. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Let's look at some AI. Let's just look at some things and we'll quickly talk about what AI did to make them. Let's start with this one. You'll never have to wonder what to post again, and you'll always know what's trending. Every day, you're going to get custom content suggestions based on your social media goals. Also, every day there is. Okay, so this is just like a quick overview and tutorial of an app called Summary of the Internet. Now, this AI, or this piece of content was made with the music was done by AI, which is saying summary of the internet in the background. Two, this is every image that is not a screen capture is AI. Like every single one, even stuff that doesn't look like AI, even like old footage and everything. It's all created by AI. The captions were created by AI. The logo for summary of the internet was created by AI. And then I believe I cut down the script using AI. Like I came up with a basic idea for the script and then used AI to help me cut it down. So that is just one. Let's go to the next one and see what we got here. Okay. So this is a book trailer for AI for All of Us. In this case, the music was made by AI. And I think it was the music that was made by AI. And I think actually the cover
AI for All of Us by Victor Varnado.
I used AI
A
to make
fresh
the
new
background as well, and this title AI for All of Us at the end. AI was used for all of that. Let's see. AI was used to help write and create this cartoon, which is about how Trump running around making tariffs all over the country make me embarrassed, like as if I have an unruly friend in a bar. Same thing with this one. AI helped make this one. This is just like eye candy that was made by AI, where the AI made the imagery and the music. It might be sticky on the puff, sticky on the puff. And then
I was the inspiration for that one.
Great. And then I wanted to show a tutorial that was done with AI, but I guess I don't have one here. Oh, here's one. Oh, this is an exciting tutorial. Okay, so that was actually me using OpenAI's operator tool, and I told it to go draw a cat, and then I just captured the screen of it doing its thing, and it was drawing a terrible cat. And then I wrote some lyrics and used AI to make music to it, and then cut it together. There you have it. All right, let's talk about AI and what AI can do, and then we'll go through everything, and I'll do some demonstrations as well.
I've definitely already learned something, which is I had not heard of OpenAI operator before.
Yes, OpenAI operator is a tool where it can surf the web and do stuff on the web.
Oh,
And if you tell it to draw a cat, it will try.
it'll try.
Yes, it will try. It may have a problem. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've got a slideshow where we're going to talk about the different parts that AI can, different things that AI can do for you, and then we're going to boom go through it. Let's start from the very beginning. All right, so that said, all of this was made in an hour, but the things that I showed you were made with varying times. I think the shortest time that I made something in was maybe like 20 minutes, and the longest it took me to make something was maybe like 2 or 3 hours, depending on what it was. But here's all the things that I use AI for: images, video, music, and audio. I design elements. I use it for voice and narration, and I use it for writing. And I'm going to talk through quickly what programs I use for each of these and then how I use them. All right. So the benefit, obviously, about using AI is that you can put out more content or better content than you could normally without it. It saves you money and it can save you time. There's a lot of people who rail against AI. I think that they should be tired by now. Come on, guys, stop. Just use AI. It's here.
Did you use AI to make this slideshow?
I did. I used AI to make this slideshow because I thought it would do a good job, and it did a pretty good job, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's talk about images. My favorite tool to use for imagery is ideogram, which is, I guess they call themselves ideogram, even though
They
it's
do.
spelled ideogram.
Yeah, turn your mic down a hair. You're
Oh,
peaking when you speak straight into it.
close to it. I was just leaning into the mic for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just had my headphones turned down. So anyway, so ideogram is great. I love to use it. It is the reason I like to use it is because it does text pretty well. And it's great with imagery right now. Imagery and text together means that you can have almost fully finished pieces. And in fact, that cartoon I showed you, actually, why don't we go to ideogram and I'll show you exactly what I mean. We're going to do some.
I agree. I love ideogram. Huge fan. They're great. Like I have to be very, very selective about what programs I spend money on subscription wise, but ideogram 100% worth it for what I do.
Okay, so let's take a look at ideogram over here. Okay, so you can see here, this is the actual image that I ended up using at the end, but I was obviously creating like a bunch of different versions of that before I found something that I liked. I also tried real people. I also tried Trump in a bar, which is, I was just like, I don't want to see his face, so I decided not to do that. But here is a great example, which is this one right here. Great. Because this is a really complicated thing to do. So this is a businessman thinking about his first business, which is a kid in a thought balloon at a cart with balloons and melons. This is for the guy who created Hooters, thinking about his first business. But like, it took a while to get to this, but like, yeah, super valuable.
I just got the joke.
Really?
Like just now. Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to planet Earth. And you can see like the first versions I did with just the kid, and then finally doing this. And then let's look at actually the prompt that made this possible. Whoops. Why did it? I see. Okay. All right. Simple cartoon. An old businessman telling a story which shows a thought bubble with a kid selling balloons and melons at a cart that has a sign that says balloons and melons. And then it nailed it after that. This has a thing called magic prompting where it'll take your prompt and then it'll expand on it. So the expanded prompt that ideogram did, where I put in a prompt and then the program says, I see where you're going. Let me take it another step further. And it said simple cartoon. And what is O1A? I don't even know what that is. Simple cartoon illustration of an old businessman telling a story. His thought bubble contains a scene of a kid selling balloons and melons at a cart with a sign that says balloons and melons. The background is a city street and businessmen and the city street of a businessman telling a story, which shows a thought bubble kid. Also, the funny thing is, it didn't even do the background; it just did a cartoon. I mean, in fact, I like it the way it is. But anyway, that's really simple. That's the way the ideogram works. Let's move on to the next slide, shall we? Because we've got that basic idea. Let's keep going, shall we? Okay, let's talk about video. Okay, so my favorite tool for making video right now is Runway. Runway is pretty awesome. Runway is pretty awesome in that it has a lot of tools built into the website. You can do image generation like you can with audiogram, but it's not as good. You can do video generation, which is great. It has very, very strong video tools. In fact, someday we should probably just do a tutorial just on Runway. But a lot of people are getting a lot of views online simply from just making videos, throwing some music on them, maybe a little sound design, and then they have a full video. Okay, so out of all of these, Runway, Pika, and HeyGen are very similar. Descript is very different. So Descript is a full-fledged editing software, which edits by using, it transcribes whatever you put into it, and then you can take that transcription and then you can actually just edit it like a Word document, which is so useful. I can't even tell you how much time that saves. But let's take a look really quick at Runway, and let's do a quick generation in Runway. If anybody out there has an idea of what we should do for this next image coming up, this video, what should we make a video of? What should we do if anybody's out there? All right, let me get Runway up and running over here. Boom, boom, boom. Go, Runway. Runway. They call it Runway in Hell. I'm going to bring over the Runway screen so you can just see like how amazing video looks nowadays. I mean, it's come such a long way. Actually, they just released a new version where, I mean, you can really just make any sort of thing that you want to make. Oh, you know what? Why don't we make a quick scary something? All right, let's make something scary. Think of a scary image, Rachel.
You want me to think of a scary image?
Yes.
The stock market today.
I might think of a
like
traditionally scary image.
Oh, like horror? Okay.
Yeah, no need to make a statement.
Oh, okay. A gigantic cockroach that's pooping.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Toilet.
Oh, on the toilet. Okay.
Like really big.
Like bigger than Gregor.
Toddler sized.
Oh no, bigger than that. Like Gregor Samsa, he was a gigantic size. Gotta go bigger than that.
So with Runway, Pika, and I forgot what the other ones that they mentioned over there, but with those video creators, one thing that you can do is you can take any image and stick it into those video creators.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Interesting fun fact. There's many types of cockroaches out there, but for this, it chose to always go with the American cockroach.
Right, the old American cockroach. Okay.
Which they do get very large, but not that large.
No. Why did they get that large?
I'm sorry.
What? Why would they get that large?
Oh, they wouldn't. I'm just saying, like, they do get very big compared to other species, but not that big. That bathroom is scary. That's a scary bathroom.
Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to go into Runway, and then I am going... Oh, they just redesigned it. They're always redesigning this thing. Okay, so let's go here. So now I guess you start a session. Start a new session, I guess. New session. Here we go. Okay. And now they have new. Okay, so we'll select an asset. Great. Whoops. Okay, so this is our cockroach. Actually, we're going to do one better because we have 2 pictures of a cockroach, right?
I think technically we have 4. We never looked at the 4th one.
It's disgusting, just so you know.
I want to see it.
It's very similar to the second one, though. It is, well, so I'm not going to go into all the different stuff that you can do, but for instance, you see how here in Runway you have like these different frames. You can tell it to work from one frame to another frame, or you can tell it to work from one frame to a middle frame and then to a final frame. You can tell it to go from first to last. You can only put in keyframes in the second and third spot, and it'll start and make up what it starts with. So you can like actually tell it to do quite a bit. There's a lot of different ways that you can go with. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? Can we do 4? Oh, here we go. Okay, so now we can just describe what we want to happen in this image. Okay, cockroach.
I like the pause there.
Leads all of the other cockroaches out of the toilet, and they run all over the bathroom. And I'm going to say horror cam style. Okay. All right, here we go. Generate. Okay, and so while that is generating, great. While that is generating, you can because all of the work is being done on their servers, you can feel free to like put in more things in queue, and then you could walk away and then come back later, and then it would all be done. We'll check back on this later. It's probably going to take like, I would say like anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes to finish, but we'll check back on this later, and then we'll see exactly how it looks. Maybe we'll get some great music for our cockroach. It's already 5%. That's not bad.
Yeah. And are you using the paid version or the free version for what you're doing right now?
I'm using the paid version, but you can use the free version. You just have less credits.
Mm-hmm.
So they both work. All right. Back here. Okay. All right. Music. One of my favorite music tools is Suno, Suno. That is probably all the music that you've seen that we did there has been from Suno. That I showed like on all of the different videos has been from Suno. I actually haven't tried Beethoven, but I know that it works similar to Suno. Moobut I've tried. I like Suno the best just because I think I've gotten used to it, and I think it was just one of those tools that really gained popularity early, and there's a large community around it. Suno is really easy to use. You can make music of any kind. If you make content, videos, you never have to subscribe to a music service again. You can just make music that's appropriate for whatever you're doing, either instrumental or vocal music. I'm going to demonstrate quickly how to make a song on Suno. Let's make a song for our cockroach, shall we? We can put it all together later. What should our song be for our cockroach? All right. So actually, we can just tell Suno to make a cockroach song.
A cockroach song.
So when you go into create, you can choose simple, where you just tell it what kind of song you want to make. It will write the music. It'll write the lyrics. It'll do everything. Or you can do custom, where you can write lyrics yourself. You can tell it what style you want. And then you can title it, but then you just have more control over everything that happens. Here is, let's make a cockroach. Cockroach infestation song. Halloween spooky music. Okay, so that's enough for it to just like go for it. We're going to put it on 4. They have different versions. 3.5 I actually think is my favorite version to create songs, and then 4 is my favorite version to finalize songs. So in fact, why don't we do this and I'll show you what I mean. Let's start in 3.5. Okay, so 3.5, let's create. All right, it's working. While it's working,
we have a question.
Yes.
Helene creates, Helen, I'm sorry, I always mess up your name, asks, what rights come with Suno and Runway?
When you pay for your service, you get all rights to everything. You own it completely. I don't know if their rights are different when it's free. Maybe they are, but if you pay for the service, it's all you have all the rights. Same thing with Magic Book of Fire. If you don't pay for the service, you still have all the rights. So I'm guessing maybe they work in a similar way. But yeah, if you pay for the service, you have all the rights. Suno, I think the lowest tier is like about $10 a month, and it might be very similar with Runway as well, actually.
And I think with I don't know if Runway does this, but I know in video AI, which is kind of like Runway, if you use the free version, they include like if you use one of the like stock media services, you can like select different media sources, and if you select stock from the free version, it has all the like story blocks.
The watermark, got it.
Yeah, it has all the watermarks on it.
Got it. Okay, so then let's take a look and let's listen to some of the music we got.
And Helen says, thanks.
Underneath the floor they creep in the shadows while you sleep. Tiny legs make the ground shake, a skittering sound, a nightmare awake.
Great. Okay, let's see the other one. So when it does music in twos, they'll have the same lyrics but have different music. So it'll create two versions of a song.
I love this music.
Underneath the floor they creep in the shadows while you sleep. Tiny legs make the ground shake.
Okay, that's creepier. Okay, so then what I mean by finishing it with 4, so I can go back and I can say remaster with 4, which is their latest version, and it'll just make all the music sound better, sharper. I can also do cover songs based on it in different styles. But right now I'm just telling it, okay, I like this. I want you to remaster it so it does better instrumentation, better vocals, but basically the same song. And it is 2 versions of that basic same song. We can hear it right now. See?
Underneath the floor they creep in the shadows.
And this is another version remaster of the same song. It's only slightly different. You can tell the instrumentation's a little different.
Underneath the floor they creep.
Okay, and just one more. I'm going to just play back the original so you can compare it one more time. Like the sounds like much duller. You can hear like more static.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Underneath the floor they creep.
But there you go. So we've created music for our cockroach. You know what? Let's see how the cockroach video turned out, shall we? Let's go, everybody. All right, so here is the video for the cockroach. See what it did. Whoops. I tried to... Oh, here we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Why did I suggest this? I have a phobia.
You suggested this. So, wait. Hold on a second.
I mean,
can you hear this music?
No.
Can you hear that?
No.
No, you don't hear it? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, it would have been, I was going to play the music while we were listening, but...
Helen says, terrifying, LOL. I agree.
Yes, it is terrifying. But just imagine... Imagine that instead of just cockroaches, it's whatever story you wanted to tell. And it was just as emotionally impactful, but instead of cockroaches, it was something cool.
Like with this one, it's like, this doesn't bother me, but it's one of those videos where you can tell it's like obviously AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. You can actually do videos where it doesn't look like AI. In fact,
Yeah.
I've done videos where you couldn't tell it was AI. I mean, in fact, remember when I was showing you like that old stock footage thing that I had? Like that was AI, and it looked like old stock footage.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
it wasn't a criticism. Like, I personally don't care if a piece of social media I see is like obviously created by AI if it's something like this, like
yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I wasn't taking it as a criticism. I was just
yeah,
saying like there's many different ways you can express
yeah,
whatever you're doing with AI.
for sure.
Yes, faux
Yeah,
showsies,
yes,
everybody. All right.
yes.
those those cockroaches. All right. This is one of my favorite things. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put at the top of these is just like what each section was. This is about writing. Okay. Writing is one of my favorite things to do with AI. I'll tell you why. Because as a writer, I'm always like starting with a half baked idea. And then I am trying to develop that idea into something at least halfway decent. Then I'm trying to polish that idea into something that is presentable and then put it out into the world. Okay. So in this case, let's say that we want to in this case, I'm going to show you exactly how I get at something awesome. Okay, so let's come up with a half baked idea. Who's got a half baked idea for what to write underneath for the post for the cockroaches? So the cockroaches, they'll have music underneath them. What's the post we're going to write? It doesn't even have. It's just a half baked idea.
Check out the trailer for my new horror video game,
Check out the trailer for my new horror video.
or
Okay,
check out the preview. Oh wait, Helen suggests ad for Exterminator.
okay. All right,
All right.
here we go. Okay, so um this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to so that's an ad for an exterminator is a basic idea, great. And so here's how I would go about. First I think I would probably grab a screenshot so that I can show this screenshot to AI and be like, this is what I'm writing with. Here we go. This is a good one given. Okay. All right. And then I would go to AI over here. I grabbed a screenshot. I'm just going to Chat GPT right now. And I would go to Chat GPT and I'd say to old Chat GPT, come on, man, let's do this. Let's write something. Okay, so I want, here we go. Write a funny post to accompany this image, which is about and then I'll just say like what I want, kind of what I want to say. This bathroom needs an exterminator, or else I can just abandon it. Okay, so that's my basic idea. I'll take my basic idea, upload this image so you can see. Yeah, gross. Boom. All right. And then I'll tell it to write a post. So let's see how it does. It's got the image. It's got this. Okay. Here's a funny caption. Okay. Either I call an exterminator or this cockroach starts paying rent and running the place. At this point, I think I'm the one trespassing in the bathroom. Okay, so then what I do is I look at this and I'd be like, okay, what do I like and what do I dislike about this? And then I would make changes until I think that it's funny. So I do like part of this. Either I call the exterminator or this cockroach starts paying rent. Um, paying rent and running the place. Okay, so I would be like, okay, then I'm going to make a make a change, or since he's kind of intimidating, maybe I should be paying the rent. Okay, so that's my basic idea. I'm going to have it fix that. Okay, either I called an exterminator or I just abandoned this bathroom entirely. The cockroach is clearly in charge, and honestly, since he's kind of intimidating, maybe I should be paying the rent. This cockroach is clearly in charge. So you missed the other part of the joke. Okay, this cockroach is clearly in charge, and honestly, since he's kind of intimidating, either call the exterminator or I just abandoned it. I think so. I think the joke could be like, the cockroach is so big, maybe it's his place. So maybe joke is cockroach is so big, maybe this is his place. So try that bit. Like maybe he should call to exterminate me. I don't necessarily spend this much time on a post all the time, but if it's a post for a client, I definitely do. And sometimes I do it for and I do it for my own brands as well. But but if someone's paying me, I definitely spend this much time on writing. Okay, so this cockroach is so big, it's starting to think that I'm the intruder. Honestly, he might be calling an exterminator for me. So big, I'm starting to think I'm the intruder. Okay. Hello, pest control. Yeah, there's a human in my bathroom. Actually, that's not bad. Okay, it's okay, but it's good enough to start with. But I'm gonna actually show you. So this is actually something that's good enough to post. Like if I was working for a client, it's like not funny, crazy funny, but like enough that and the visual is good and it's not embarrassing. It's good enough for a client. If I had to write a whole bunch of these, I would publish this. But there's something else I'm going to show you, which is something that I think is fun.
It's a great one-liner. Hello, pest control. Yeah, there's a human in my bathroom.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's great. And I maybe I would tweak this and edit this a little bit more, but really, if I was starting from scratch, like what did this take us, like 2 minutes? Like it takes a lot more than 2 minutes to come up with like a good post idea when you're forced to write a post. But it's easier when someone gives you something to work with and then you can edit it, and there you go. So it's definitely good enough to start with. Right. Okay, so then I want to show you something else which I like to do. So I created this thing called the Cultural Cartographer. I'm going to give everybody here the link to this. It's a GPT that I use. A GPT is a pre-programmed AI chatbot that does a specific thing.
I didn't even know you have this.
Have what?
This GPT.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the first time hearing about it. It's cool.
Cultural cartographer. So what this is there is a I forgot what the woman's name is. Hold on. Actually, this will probably know. Who is the woman who came up with cultural cartography for BuzzFeed? Okay. The woman who developed the concept of cultural cartography for BuzzFeed is Dao Nguyen. Okay, so she created a framework where she broke it down scientifically by how things go viral, and she did it over and over and over again for BuzzFeed. And then she wrote it all down, and then I went through some of her notes and then created documents and then taught an AI to judge posts on that and make suggestions. So this is something that I use, like when a post is really important, I'll often use this GPT to figure it out. So let's do that right now. Okay. We've got our picture of our roach. Okay. Okay, and then I have my post, and I'll be like, rate this post and tell me how to improve it. Okay, so it's going to look at the post, and it knows all the different categories, like humor, identity, connection, emotion, the different things that people connect to that she is like said as part of cultural cartography. And then it will look at it with that in mind and then tell you where it's weak. Humor, 9 out of 10. Identity. So that is, do people put themselves, like, do they see themselves in your post? And so, like, dealing with roaches, probably yes. So, like, 7 out of 10 for identity. Connection is in the same world. You can actually have this go explain these better, because why is connection similar to identity? I don't know why. Yeah. Let's say, and then connection, is it taggable, shareable? Yes, it's good. A 6 out of 10, which is not great. Emotion, disgust, fear, 7 out of 10. Okay, why it works. And then suggestions for boosting virality. Make it a bit snap, maximize scroll stopping impact. All text caption based. Okay, so I think that he wants us to put that on the screen. Oh, or is it no? Or because is it another caption? All right, extra ideas for engagement. A poll in the stories. Follow up the teaser. Update the roach left a note. He's raising the rent. Funny. Okay, so not bad. All right, so here we go. That's the copy. That's a copy that it's suggested. I walked into the bathroom and this cockroach looked at me like I was the pest. He's not scared. He's calling pest control for me. Hello, yeah. There's a human in my bathroom. I actually like the more bland writing better. I don't like it snappier writing, so I like the bland version better. But anyway, there you go. That is how I attack writing. Let's keep going. We're almost done, everybody. Almost through this whole thing. Right. Okay. These are different ways to turn your writing into whatever through ChatGPT. You could have voice. You could have a voice note. You could have a list of anything, bullets, a list of any ideas. You could have old tweets, messy ideas. Really, just like as an in between, as like, here's my half-ass idea. Write this well, and then edit it. You can get to something that's way usable, much faster. And this is just a chart. In fact, you guys can have this. This is just a chart of like different ways that you can use AI to make different types of content. I use content in all of these. I use content for my reels. I use AI. I use AI for my reels. I use AI for my YouTube videos. I do use it for thumbnails. I use it for voiceovers rarely. I use it for music all the time. I use it to help me write intros a lot. For my newsletter, I use it to co-write the newsletter. I use AI to research the newsletter. I definitely use it for blog posts. One of my favorite things to do is to speak to. One of my favorite things to do is like speak to AI like an interviewer and have it interview me, and then take that information and turn it into an article. That's super useful. I use it for courses, webinars. It actually helped me make this entire presentation. And I use it for podcasts, specifically, mostly for editing. All right. These are all of its other ideas. I don't agree with. Yes, you can sell AI generated content as a service. You can use it to launch content-based products faster, et cetera, et cetera. This is all very, very true. Although my goal of this was just to show you like how you can just get started and make content with AI, just to give you like an overall view. Because then I think after this, you're going to have specific questions. You're going to want to dig into certain things. And if you want us to do that here, let me know. And then we'll do a whole webinar just on one thing if you want to, because it isn't that hard to do. Anyway, that's it, everybody. Are there any questions before we call it quits?
Nothing yet, but maybe let's give it a moment so people can get the transmission. We have a couple more viewers. Welcome.
Other viewers.
Yeah.
Did you see our cockroach earlier that we made?
I don't know if they did, because
the cockroach infestation that we made. This is hilarious. I love that others are coming out of the toilet.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's what I pictured would happen, but then it actually happened. And I'm like, oh no. Well, in New York City, at least, rats can and do come out of the toilets. So I know snakes are a thing in other places.
When have rats come out of the toilet in New York for you?
Not for me personally, but I know it's a thing that happens. Jay Trinidad, welcome back. Jay Trinidad says, thanks, guys. You're welcome.
You're very, very welcome.
But yeah, Google it right now. Rats coming out of the toilets. It's a thing.
That's okay. I'm not as interested in that.
Yeah, rats can swim. It's a whole thing.
I'm not as interested in that. Okay, so yeah, this is a great overview of just like the different tools that you can use. Please, if you have any questions about anything specifically, let me know. I love going over this stuff because it makes me better at what I do as well. So if you have any questions or you have anything you're struggling with, yeah, just let me know. And then check us out at altartsacademy.com.
And artsacademy.com if you want to learn about our school group.
Yeah, and artsacademy.com. And remember, if you join our school group, you get a free lifetime subscription. If you join our paid members, paid members who join our school group, you get a free lifetime subscription to Summary of the Internet. You get some free credits for Magic Book of Fire, which is also really good. And then you also get a lot of free books and resources about everything. And that's it.
And community. You get community. And
you get a whole
There's even
community.
more stuff that you get that he's not talking about.
We do. Yeah, you do. But that's it for everybody. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody. You've been wonderful. You've been avatars on the internet.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. I love you.